Listen, the first part there was raising your awareness, giving you a wee bit of understanding where things are learned from. Your ego and the things you've read and studied will tell you something different. They always do. That's its job. Its job is for you not to love yourself, not to like yourself, to hate yourself. As I said, the ego. The ego is something that you believe to be true and believe to be right. When you study spirituality and you experience it, experience who you are, your true self, you'll know that you're not your thoughts. The thoughts are learned. It's a learned behaviour. And if you've been doing something over a period of time, for a long time, it becomes normal, doesn't it? And you become good at it. It's like doing a trade. Could you turn that off, please? That on, please, for the main. It's something that needs to be changed. Because if you're believing the lies that you're telling yourself, you'll never get well. It's impossible. Everything. Look at what you know. Be truthful. What do you know? Nothing. Nothing. You know nothing. Be like that. Be a fool. And the universe will take care of you. Don't think you know everything. That's just your ego. Me, I hurt through that. Try to take my own life through it. I ended up relapsing and relapsing and relapsing. I didn't know how to change. I didn't know how to change my behaviour. I kept letting people get to me. I was angry with people, judging them, condemning them in my mind, holding resentment, putting labels on other people and wondering why I was hurting. I blamed everybody. I blamed my childhood. I blamed me coming out of relationships, trying to take my own life through it. The shame and guilt that I had for the mistakes that I made in life. The Catholic shame and guilt I had when being brought up a Roman Catholic. With the fear of this God that was instilled into me. That I was going to go to the bad fire if I made a mistake. And I was going to go to hell. And I should be ashamed of myself. Now if people are telling you you should be ashamed of yourself, your mum and dad and the priest and the teachers and you're a bad person and you shouldn't be doing that, you believe that as a child. And you believe there's a bad man up there going to shirk the living daylights at you when you die. Because people told us this. Very people that told us that haven't met this word, God. Nobody has ever met God, but they think they know Him. And they don't even know if it's a him or a her, but it's Him. And then we blame Him for everything that goes wrong in the world. Breaking up my relationships, losing your job, marriage broke up, it's your fucking fault. I pray to you every day, down on my fucking knees, doing this and doing that, look at the way you're treating me. Then somebody dies, bless their soul, and it's his fault and all. Then there's wars coming out, his fault, how's he no stopping it? Because everybody thinks they know God and they know nothing about themselves. But they think they know God and they think they know how life should be, but you can't sort your own out. You might sort everybody else out and blame everybody else and everything, every situation, blame, 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 blame. Stay away from it. Don't get caught up in that. Religion is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. But sometimes the message that we get taught is wrong. You're powerful. You're your own gods. You're not separate for your Creator. You're not separate. You're one. That's how your spirit. Don't disconnect yourself through your thoughts. When your mind is quiet, you will know who you are. Be still and know who I am. But no, we don't believe that because we can't see it. Same when the children are talking to their imaginary friends. We don't believe it. We can't see it. Everybody in this room's had a spiritual experience at one point in your life and you forget it. And you forget about all the good things in life. And you just sit and focus on the negatives. every day. Sleeping all day, eating all day, smoking all day, gambling all day, drinking all day, drugging all day, running away for yourself, blaming everybody else, thinking you're a bad person, thinking you can never get out of this, telling yourself lies, that you're ugly, that you're fat, that you're too skinny, that you're bad, look at the state of my face, I'm losing my hair, I'm putting my weight on, look at my teeth, I need to get them whitened. For everybody else, isn't it? We do things for everybody else, to impress them, to love us, to like us, without pleasing your whole life through listening to that lie. A fucking lie. You're not your thoughts. When you're absent of thoughts, you'll know who you are. You don't need to sit and go and meditate for hours and hours. You can walk along the road and meditate. You can drive and you meditate. You stand here and meditate. Meditation's just been absent of thoughts. But it depends where you want to go to with your mind. Because we only live in a certain dimension. There's another dimensions above us. Children live in them when they're innocent. We're all trying to get back to that innocence. If you're honest, you all want to get back to that innocence of a child, where you had no fear of anybody. You didn't have negative thoughts. You didn't criticise and judge yourself, condemn yourself. You didn't sit and riddled with shame and guilt. Now if you're going out there doing things that you know you shouldn't do, then hell mend you, you're going to pay the price for it. If you break the laws out there in society, you'll pay the price for it, don't you? You break the laws, you'll pay the price. It's the same with spiritual laws. You go against the spirit, which is love and compassion, you break the law. You get it on self-will, thinking that you know everything. Sitting there and harbouring badness in your heart and in your soul towards people and thinking that's all right. When you ask for forgiveness before, for your parents, your partners, your husband, your wife, your children, forgive me, please. But we're still harbouring bad thoughts in here, through here, and it's hurting your body, and it's causing you to put weight on. It's causing you not to eat. It's causing diseases, illnesses, just your thoughts. Just your thoughts. You don't see spiritually healthy, positive people going to the doctors and the hospitals. You don't see them riddled with medication. You were born in the light. Never forget that. Don't let anybody tell you any different. And don't sit there and think you can't change, because you're telling yourself a lie. You're not your thoughts. The thoughts are words. Words that were learned as children growing up. Now these thoughts are dictating your life and telling you what to do. First thing in the morning, through the day and at night. Talking to yourself continuously and thinking it's okay to do what you're doing. Battering the tablets and the medication and all, not going to help you, you're going to stay trapped. All it's doing is calming you down. The sensations that go through your body, you are responsible for them. Nobody else is. How can you not fail to see the good in yourself? Why do you fail to do that? Why do you think that you're not past this and you won't pass that? Why are you telling yourself lies? Why do you let people annoy you and get to you? Can you think of the thoughts that you have in your own mind when somebody's done something that you wouldn't do? Because you live by your own standards in your head. Standards that you were brought up with in ethics and morals, which to keep you right and keep you safe. You live by them. And when you go against them, you feel shame and guilt. And when other people don't live up to your expectation, the way you live your life, you get angry with them, disappointed with them, judge them, hold resentment towards them, because they're not doing what you would do, and they're not thinking like you, and they're not speaking like you, and they're not behaving like you, and you don't like it when they're not doing that. It's the same with relationships. You've been into this relationship with a picture of happiness, and you're sitting there devastated because this picture isn't working out. And you're frightened, and you're scared as an adult, and it's rubbing off on your children. How on earth can the children that we said we love and will do anything for. Because everybody in this room, at one point in your life, swore, when I have children, I'm going to bring them up different. And that different means spoiling them with materialism, doing all the things, giving them the things that you never got, instead of giving them the love and attention that they crave for. Because that's what you all crave for, is love and attention, because you're still children. But we are no different. We are all equal. We are not separate for the Creator. Man calls it God. It's a power, it's an energy. How do you know that? Because you've experienced it. Remember when I started this seminar, I says I only speak what I've experienced and what I understand. I could sit here and speak about all the things I've read, all the thousands of books, all the CDs, all the seminars I've been to throughout my life, and speak all the things that other people spoke, but I don't. Because I'm not a hypocrite anymore. I can still make mistakes. Difference is I take my power back like that in seconds, because I've practiced it every day. I practice it every day. I know my ego's there. It's always going to be there. Temptation's always going to be there. But it only comes in a thought. And you're tempted with a thought. But your habit, you run with that thought. And you have a story with it, a conversation with it. But you're not your thoughts. But you're still running with it. Instead of challenging it. Now this is how you know your spirit. Because see the sensations that go through your body, they're coming through your thoughts. Now if you've got kind thoughts, loving thoughts, you will feel the beautiful sensations that create right through your body. But the way we've learned to think and behave and get angry with other people and get angry with yourself is a dirty habit that we need to break. You're not your thoughts. Your thoughts are killing you. The doctors are mobbed, the hospitals are mobbed, your prisons are mobbed, your rehabs are mobbed. They're stacked out, there's queues waiting to get in. All because of the thinking. Nothing more, nothing less. Nobody else could stand up here and say, no, it's different than that. It's not, that's out of books, academics, textbook stuff. Doesn't work. More deaths this year than there's ever been, and it's going to get worse. You have to challenge the way you think. Listen to it. Listen to your own thoughts. Feel the sensation in your body. That's warning you. Warning you. Please change your thinking. Look at the feelings you're having through your thoughts. But because somebody maybe has said something or done something you don't like, you won't change that thought. You'll run with that. I'm not forgiving him or her. She shouldn't have done that. But you're not recognising it's you that's hurting. You're the only person that's hurting through this. Nobody else is hurting. You're telling yourself lies. How can you not say I'm a beautiful person? I love life. I love everybody what you done when you were a child. Don't let your past destroy your future. If you're living in the past, you're living in it with your thoughts. You're living with regret, shame, guilt. That's what comes from the past. Anxiety, panic attacks, stress, worry comes from getting into the future. There is no pain in the now. None. There is no pain when you're listening to me. None. Because you're in the moment. You're in the now. There is no pain. Practice it. Every single day, practice listening to the thoughts, being watchful. Watch them. Feel the sensation in your body. It's warning you, change your thought. Now, if you practice that the way I had to and the way I teach people, you see the difference. There's people here I've worked with who thought they could never change, and they're here today, years and years clean and sober. Changed their whole life, educated themselves, got employment, back with the family. They've got all that back in their life because they changed. Now I know all you can change because you're powerful through your thought. Believe in yourself. You don't need to think. You were taught to think. You're only living your life half full. You're not living the full life that we've been given. You were taught to think. It's a dirty habit, and you're not your thoughts. The thoughts are hurting you. The thoughts tempt you, and you listen to the temptation, and you go and lift the drink because of the feelings in the body. Drugs and alcohol is a painkiller. It is not your addiction. Get that out of your heads. Don't worry what society says. Get it out of your heads. That's not your addiction. gambling, sex, eating. That's not your addiction. They've got it far, far wrong there. That's a dependency. You depend on these things to get you by. Your thinking's your addiction. The way you think, you're addicted to it. You do it every day. And it's hurting you every day. You might get a wee day, 2 or 3 days, a wee bit of peace. And everybody craves for peace. I just want peace. You get peace when you're eating your dinner. You get peace and quiet when you're reading the paper. You get peace and quiet when you're watching the telly. So what do you want peace for? You've got peace. Do you not want joy? Do you not want happiness? Do you not want freedom? Don't talk to yourself. Don't think badly towards yourself. Don't think negative towards other people. But that's a challenge, isn't it? Because you might be sitting there and saying, I'm not letting them off with that. They wonder you're laughing. Can you see the ego? Can you see the thoughts? I'm not letting them off with that. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have. You start living in a world like that, don't you? They shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. They shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. Oh, well, all day, every week. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have said that. Batter, batter, batter. Big stick. Here I go again. Want to hurt yourself. Kill yourself. You make a wee mistake. Oh, panic, panic. As an adult, and you're in your work and you make a mistake, you go and cover it up. Blame somebody else. Kick it aside, wasn't me. Terrified of other people. See, they're going to make a mistake there. What is the fear? Going to lose my job. Get honest. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to need money. I'm going to lose the house. Just for making a mistake, all that comes in. For me this morning, getting caught in that traffic, all the thoughts are coming in. Oh, you're going to be late, you're going to be late. You panic, stress. I don't get that. The wee eagles like, go on this side lane, Gerry. Just get right down there, mate. Ready to date or no? Temptation's there. Because what is pleasing to the eye, we like it, don't we? We want it. You see something you want, and you want it. Your thoughts are telling you, I need that. I need that. I need a drink. I need a score. I need a hit. I need this. I need that. I need. What do you need? You don't need anything. Everything I've got, you've got. Everything. Just be absent of thoughts. You don't need to think. You get up in the morning, you think, right, I have to go to my work. This is what I have to do today. Back to the moment. Breathe. It's all about breath. Everything's about breathing. You're not even grateful you've got a breath. You're not even grateful for that, and you know. Because you're too busy listening to that. Oh, I wish she wouldn't have left me. I wish she wouldn't have left me. Oh, I'm on my own. Poor me. Self-pity. Sit on your wee pity pot. Having a wee self-pity party. How long's the self-pity party went on for? How many years? Sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, blaming everybody else. It was your fault. Look at the state of me. It was you. It was you. Thoughts. Thoughts. Thoughts are what make you. Thoughts are what break you. Choose your thoughts wisely. You don't need to think. There's no need for it. People say, oh, you need to think, you need to think. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to anyway? When you get up in the morning, who are you talking to? Well, you're running about in the morning, ironing, brushing teeth at the same time. Try and make pieces and all that, running out and get the kids already, panic every day. You've never learned. You're doing the same thing every day. Repeating the same mistake and looking for a different result. It's called what? So yous are on sane. It's like a cuckoo's nest, isn't it? So it's. That's about, we should all be looked up. They looked me up for my thinking. Told me I was crazy, which I was. Told me I was clinically and mentally insane, which I was. But it told me I wasn't getting out, which I did. I was a very angry man, very, very aggressive. Could become violent at times when I didn't get my own way. You can dress it up, you can put a pink skirt on it, you can do what you want with it. The truth is, my thoughts destroyed me. What I'd learned in my home and what I'd learned in my environment destroyed me. But it was part of my journey. That's why I'm standing here today teaching you. You're not your thoughts. They're all lies. The mind is telling you lies. You're not a bad person. Because your grandparents and your parents and other people said you were stupid and thick, you believed them. Because other people said you were fat and too skinny and ugly, you believed them. Then you're telling yourself, I can't get clean and sober, and you believe it. I can't change, you believe it. Why would you do that yourself? Then you look in the mirror. Oh my God, there's a grey hair. Oh, for fuck's sake. Panic. And then he dies it. And you feel a wee lump. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's cancer. Oh my God. Where's your evidence? Where's the evidence? You're away to the doctor. Oh, I've got cancer. No, it's just a lump. You'll be all right, hen. Put a plaster on it. That's very useless saying it. Put a plaster on it. Shut up. You'll be all right. But the panic comes. The worry comes. The fear comes. And you're not doing anything about it. Kids are not in time. Panicking. Worried, sick. Listening to your thoughts. Oh, I wonder what's happened. Oh my God, they could have got knocked down. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're running all this stuff through your head every time they're out. Then you see your partner talking to somebody. Maybe giving him a wee cuddle. Oh man, he's nipping her. They might give him a wee kiss. See you later, thank you. And you see it. Oh, the fear, man, overwhelmed with fear. You're not in control of your thoughts. You have no discipline. No self-control, no self-discipline. You're letting your thoughts dictate your life. Words, just words. I know my friend said earlier there, it's difficult. Jack, I don't know how difficult it is. But I'll tell you one thing, it's no hard. Because what I'm teaching you took me a long time to learn. Now you can walk out of this door a day after 2 hours and find freedom when you start practicing. If you don't practice, you'll never get good at it. What are you good at in your life? You have to practice it to become good at it. And you're good at criticising yourself. And you're good at punishing yourself. And you're good at thinking that you're not good enough and you're not going to meet anybody else. And you might be sitting there hurting that your partner done something and devastated you. Be grateful for that. Be grateful and thank the universe that they took that clown away from you. Because love is blind. We don't know what love is. If you knew what love was, you wouldn't be here. Love is just a word that you learned in your home and in your environment. Because everybody's definition of love is different in here because of what you learned within your home and environment. If your parents are saying to you, I love you, going out the door and give you a wee kiss, that'll be your definition of love. And that's the way you'll treat other people. If they're giving you gifts, then that'll be your thing. Me, I love is giving people gifts. I love you, there's a wee gift there. Because you learned that. My definition of love is being kind in my thoughts towards myself and towards other people. That's my own definition, not something out of a book. But because of what you've learned, it's become habitual. And it's difficult to break it. Why are you always telling yourself lies that you're going to fail? Why can't you trust yourself? I'm the master over my own mind, my own body, and my own spirit. I am the master, nobody else. Because see, when you're hurting, and you're really hurting emotionally, the next time, look round about you. You'll see there's nobody there. You're doing it yourself. And if somebody was to talk to you the way you talk to yourself in your head, you'd knock them out. You wouldn't do it, you wouldn't allow it. but you do it to yourself and think it's all right. Innit? Can you not see the insanity of the mind? Just words. Words that you learned in your home, after everybody else. All these negative words you learned. Thick, stupid, glaikit, dafty, ugly, fat, skinny. You learned them all. They're just words. But we allow these words to hurt us and destroy your spirit inside, and your spirit is dead. It's darkened. There's no light. There's no hope, no recovery, nothing. Why? Because you don't believe that you can change. The change is difficult. Hard is a word I don't use, because hard is a cop-out for no one to do it. It's too hard. What's too hard about it? This is the bit that will get you. He went to school for 15 years. You went to college for a year or 2 years. Then you went to university for maybe a year or two. 16 or 17 years of your life. What did you learn? What did you learn about life? What did he teach you about life? Nothing. 17 years to end up a drug addict, an alcoholic, depressed, on antidepressants, working in a boozers. When you've been at uni for free, everybody thinks because they go to uni that's it, they've cracked it. You kidding me on? 17 years and not one thing did they teach you about how to change, how to deal with your feelings and emotions, how to catch your reaction, how to break the habit, how to become aware of it. Nothing is taught. No, even at your counselling, your CBT, it's just words. You need to learn to catch it through recognising it and becoming aware of the thought before it does the damage to your body. It's only a thought. Now you'll react to other people when they say something that doesn't register with you. You'll react and you'll feel it right away in your stomach, don't you? That, oh you bastard you. That one, oh you fuck you, we'll want to hit them. Now when you feel that, that's a warning sign. The Spirit's saying to you, well, why are you letting that get to you? Then you're away because of what they said or done or didn't say or didn't do and didn't live up to your expectation. You then go away harbouring resentment. And who hurts through resentment? You. Who hurts through anger? Who hurts through judging, criticising, gossiping? Say no more. Who in here believes, truly believes, that they can change? Brilliant. Brilliant. Who in here has been practicing change? Brilliant. Good on you. See, when you pick up a guitar, I was learning the guitar. Difficult. Because you never played it before. And picking a guitar up, my hands are getting sore, holding these metal strings, and then trying to learn chords, learn how to hold the guitar, learn all different chords. Sore. If you need to pick the guitar up and practice it, and if I wanted to pick instead of strumming, I had to practice to become good at it. I'm still crap at it, but I practice it. I pick the guitar up every day and I went through the pain in my fingers. But it took me years, because I kept putting it down because it was too sore. Eventually I says, no, I'm going to get it, and I brought the guitar into the living room, sat it in the living room so I could see it. I started picking it up and practicing it every day, every night. And I started writing songs, writing my own songs, and playing them, and then recording them, and then singing in a band. Not that long ago. Not bad for a guy at 89, eh? No, I never thought I could do any of that, but I practiced it. And when I was younger, I always wanted to sing in a band and play guitar, but it happened in my 50s, and I'd done it. Now, what I'm going to teach you now is if you practice what I'm going to teach you now every day and make it your job, because the job that you're in that you're getting money for, that's a hobby. You've got to treat that as a hobby, okay? Treat it as a hobby and be grateful for it, because it's paying your bills and getting you your iPhone 7. Right? And getting you all the other things, the fancy clays to impress other people. Mine's a right at a charity shop. I don't need to impress anybody anymore, but I did. I was a people pleaser and it hurt me badly, pleasing other people. Life is very simple. The way I'm speaking is very simple. You don't hear any jargon with me. You don't hear any complicated words. None. None. You won't ever hear them. My book that's coming out in November is called Now I Understand Life in Layman's Terms. Now I studied all this stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. Beautiful CBT, mindfulness, SMART, all these different counselling approaches and theories, psychodynamics, Gestalt, person-centred, beautiful. But if they were put simpler and simplified, people would understand it. And I'm trying to teach you very, very simple today that you are so powerful. It is beyond anything that you could imagine how powerful you are through believing and trusting and knowing who you are, understanding who you are. We're brought into this life and put into our families to learn lessons. And the greatest lesson of all is love and compassion. Something that I never had. Now, if you want to change, and you believe you can change, you have to accept that the only thing I can change is me. Right? Me. Just me. Nobody else can change me. Nobody. I need to change myself. So how do I change? First of all, you have to accept the things that you can't change. You can't change your past. You've got to learn from it. It's your greatest asset. Greatest asset. You can't change the future because you've no power or control over it. You cannot change people. Accept that. You cannot change people. You can't control them. You can't fix them. You can't make them do what you want them to do. You can take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. Same with people. Stop trying to get in and rescue them and fix them for your ego. Fix yourself. Look at yourself all the time. Stop looking at other people. You're not your thoughts. You've learned these thoughts and they've hurt you. And back to the relationships. Why do you split up? Why do you argue with your wife and your partner, your husband, or your children? Can you not see the different standards and values, morals and ethics? Two people are clashing because they differ. And they're not accepting that. And they're fighting with one another. And it's all about who's right and who's wrong. Is it that important, really, that you can split up and lose your whole family through who's wanting to be right? Can you not humble yourself and say, it's okay, you're right. Even if you're wrong, it doesn't matter, you're right. You want to keep that peace you keep talking about. You get peace every day, you've got peace anew. It's joy you want. Happiness is a decision. Waking up in the morning is your most difficult part. You prepare yourself in the morning so that your day goes really well. Stop listening to the ego, the wee chatterbox. First thing in the morning, tell it to shut it, go away. But you're always going to be tempted. Temptation is only a thought. If you answer it back, you've yielded to the temptation. And you'll start talking to it and running with it and running with it. And you'll start panicking again. You start getting these horrible feelings in your body. Be true to yourself. Don't look at other people and what they should and shouldn't be doing. Listen to your thoughts when you see yourself judging, condemning others and condemning yourself. Catch the thought. How do you catch it? And how do you challenge it? You'll catch it before you run with it. It takes practice. Like playing a guitar, you have to practice it. But every day you practice this, your awareness will go sky high. Sky high. And you'll look forward to the challenge. But I did. I started looking forward to it. I'm going to do this, man. I can do this. This is only thoughts. This is only thoughts. I'm not asked here to do a 10,000 word essay. I'm not asked here to do a 26-mile marathon. I'm only asking you to change your thoughts. How you see yourself, how you see life, and how you see other people, and you'll see it'll get better. You're not your thoughts, you learned your thoughts. When you were a child, you couldn't speak or think. Everything you learned sitting in your high chair and being in the house for 14, 15 or 20 years, you learned through watching everything. All that negativity, all the stealing, all the lies, all the anger, all the hurt, the pain, watching parents separating, being hurt as a child, the damage done to you as a child, affects your adulthood and teenage life. Things that happen to us and what destroys us. I was brought up very violent, brought up as a tramp, very, very poor. I was abused. And I took it through my life full of addiction and mental health, in and out of here and in and out of there. Didn't know, nobody could help me. They just gave me medication. Some beautiful people, lovely people, I'm still friends with today, but they couldn't help me. They gave me a set of tools, what I'm trying to give you. You are the master. Nobody else is. This is your life, your mind, your body, your spirit, and you are responsible for it. And we can't blame anybody else. What happened in the past, I hope and pray you can learn to forgive. Because forgiveness will set you free. However you do, don't hold on to the badness. Why would you want to hold on to something like that? Share it or bear it. Take a risk. Find somebody you trust. Don't keep your secrets. They'll keep you sick. Share it. It's nothing bad. You're not a bad person. You made mistakes. Other people make mistakes. People have hurt us in the past. But that hurt in the past is destroying your future. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to trust yourself. That when you say something, you mean it. You mean it. When you say you won't do that again, you won't do it again. But you'll see the habit will try and take you back to doing it. And you've got to catch that thought, because you're not that thought. When you see yourself criticising yourself, you stop right away. You see yourself judging yourself, punishing yourself, you've got to stop it right away. It's only a thought. It's a thought. But it's habitual. And you've been thinking that for a long time, telling I can't do this and I can't do that. It's energy, powerful energy. Beyond means, the energy that runs through you is unbelievable. You can come right off the deck. You can come out your body. You can go wherever you want. Stop living in the one dimension. Stop living by the 5 senses. 6 senses. 7 senses. Find them. They're in here. Be true to yourself. Because nobody else is. You are the master. You're in control. But you think that others are in control and they're trying to control you and they're trying to fix you. They're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to con you. Catch it. Look them in the eye. When you were a child, you would look them in the eye and say, I don't like you, and walk away, because you could sense it. Like animals sense it. You got to clap a dog and you're full of darkness. The dog will say, walk off. In a nice way. Probably go, woof. Children sense it. Animals sense it. That's the energy. That's the spirit. They sense it. And they sense when there's beauty there, when there's love there, and they'll come up and cuddle you, and the animal will come up and jump up and tap you. Feels the energy. You can sit and you can touch that energy. You feel it. It's all around about you. You get to see the auras around people. That's when you know your awareness and understanding is coming true. You're starting to clear the wreckage of your past. You're getting rid of all the darkness, all the hurt, all the pain through thoughts. You're letting them go now. They're only bubbles. Let them go. And have your mind quiet. Just breathe. Listen to the breath and let it flow. And the old habits will go away and the new ones will come in. Break the habit of self-loathing, punishing, criticising, judging. When you're sitting with other people and you'll see it, and you get out for a fag or out for a cuppa, all you do is want to talk about other people, it's not there. None of us in here like being gossiped about or talked about, so why do we do it? If you don't get the courage to say, no, I'm not listening to that, it's no nice. I don't like being spoken about. I'm not going to talk about her or him. That takes courage, which you've all got. Because when you were children, you would stand on the top of the wardrobe and jump right off it. You would jump down 13 flights of stairs with a Superman cape on and think you're Superman. So don't think you've not got the courage. The courage is there. Just your ego's telling you you're stupid, you're thick, you're weak, you're nae good, you're a bad gene. No, you're not. No, you're not. You challenge that thought and say, no, I'm not. I'm a beautiful person, man. You've made mistakes. When you leave here today, you look at them mistakes and say, right, that was all down to fear. Not being attentive. Not being watchful. No listening. The only way your spirit can speak to you is when your mind is quiet. There's no other way it can speak. If your head's racing 100 miles an hour and you're telling yourself, I can't meditate and I can't do that, you won't do it because you've told yourself, I can't. A child will do anything. That child is still with you. It doesn't leave you. It's there. All that power's there. All that energy's there. All that goodness is there. All that beauty is there. All that love is there. Just you need to tap into it again. You need to really believe in yourself and trust yourself that you can change. It's only a thought. And the thought is the energy. And when you feel that dark energy, negative energy, you're warned, change your thought right away on the spot. And practice it right on the spot. Accept it on the spot. When you've made a mistake, accept it. Everything comes back to acceptance. Everything. And the quicker you accept it, the more wiser you become. You make a mistake, you accept it. You do anything wrong, you accept it. You humble yourself, you apologise right away. Get rid of the ego. Get rid of the ego right away. You made a mistake, you've said something, apologise, I shouldn't have said that, apologise. Practising humility. You're always practising humility. And with humility and gratitude, nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch you. The tool to this, before I finish, is to be grateful. See, with gratitude, nothing can touch you. I really mean that. Prepare yourself in the morning when you get up in the morning. As soon as you put your feet out the bed and land, put them on the ground, be grateful. Touch yourself, feel yourself, be grateful you're alive. Your ego might be telling you something different. You might be unemployed, you might be struggling with mental health, you might be struggling with addiction. The way to get out of that is through gratitude. Get up in the morning, I can see when others can't. I can hear when others are deaf. What a gift that is. I can speak when others are dumb. I've got hands that I can go and do things with and work when others haven't. I've got legs that I can stand on and go and walk and play football and go and do things. Others can't do that. I've got a roof over my head. I've got a dry bed. I've got somebody beside me. I've got friends in my life. I've got a couple of quid in my pocket. I've got some food in the fridge. My bills are getting paid. I'm doing all right. Start your day like that. No darkness will come near you. Be grateful for your pain, because your pain is your teacher. Every time you feel pain, the universe is trying to help you to be stronger. That pain comes through your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. Be absent of your thoughts. Don't talk back to them. Do not answer them back. You're a beautiful, beautiful spiritual being having a human experience. And some of these human experiences are horrible. I'm going to say they're nice. The way we're brought up, the way we're spoke to, the way we're treated by others. Learn to be the boss. Learn to be the master. Nothing can touch you. Fill yourself full of gratitude and you'll see all the goodness will come at you. All your pain will go away. All your diseases will get better. Your illnesses will get better, hopefully. Through being truly grateful and not being frightened. You're here to learn lessons. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others in your thoughts. And you'll see the peace, the healing will come. For you're the master over your own mind. Nobody can touch you now. You're aware of the thoughts they've done to you and where they've took you. You don't listen to them now. You challenge them. You start to respect yourself. You start to love yourself. You be kind to yourself. Go and do the things that you always wanted to do. Don't live in regret. Do not live in the past. What happened in the past is going to make you a stronger, better future. Now I know in my heart of heart that you can all do this. There's nothing can touch you. It's thoughts. Don't listen to them. Detach from other people, negative people, but detach with love. You truly understand yourself, that you're not your thoughts. You learn these thoughts throughout your life. You do not listen to them anymore. If you're going to think, you make sure you think positive thoughts. But after you think, come back to the moment. Do not think ahead. Do not think in the past. Stay in the moment and the now, because it's present. It's a gift that we've all got. We've just been quiet and being still. Now that stillness lies in every one of you. I'm very, very, very grateful for everybody turning up and for Ross and that for filming it. And I'm grateful for every one of you for here, for the respect. So I'll pray and hope that you all find this, because it's inside you. And I pray you have a good day. Thank you, everybody.